What's the difference between coaching and mentorship? As a life coach, this is something that is true to my heart. I thought I really understood the distinction and the difference between the two, but I was recently preparing for a Toastmasters speech that I had to deliver. And while completing the study for the module and doing my research, it became clear that I wasn't exactly 100% sure. So today I thought I would do something a little bit different and share the speech that I delivered last week. Hopefully it can help you clarify the distinction between coaching and mentoring. Hello and welcome back to the From Zero to Marketing Hero podcast. My name's Paul Heron. I'm a life coach and entrepreneur with over 2 decades experience developing and optimizing processes and systems in the corporate world. Over the past 5 years, I've applied these proven principles to my own business with great success. Now I get to help other entrepreneurs like you see the value in creating your very own unique, repeatable processes that can be the foundation of your success. So without any further ado, let's get into my speech on the distinction between mentorship and coaching. I hope you enjoy. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Paul Heron, and over the last 3 to 4 years, I've been building a coaching business. I've trained as a life coach and I've done various different coaching certifications along the way. And I thought I had the answer to this question down pat. Coaching, mentoring. I thought I knew exactly what each was all about and where each would be applied. Until that is, I started to take this particular course or jumped in and did the training on Pathways this week. So as a life coach, we are trained, it's drilled into us to have a non-judgmental outlook, to be able to create a safe place to have conversations, to not be the solution provider, to help shine a light on our clients, things they can't potentially see on their own, and to help guide them through to making quality decisions and ultimately taking action towards the things that are most important to them. Now, the thing that got me thinking was when I looked at the definition for what a mentor is within Toastmasters, that description that I just described was pretty much bang on with what the description for a mentor was. And this got me thinking. I was in many ways like, this can't be right. It's not what I was expecting, which was a good thing. You know, I love being challenged and I love being sort of highlighting things or finding out that I don't actually know, things that I thought I did. So I dove a little bit further into the work that our Toastmasters provides. And what they stated was that as a coach, so the distinction between a mentor and a coach is that a coach is really specifically trying to work towards a particular goal. And I dug a little bit further and I started to think about what my understanding about a mentor was. And you know, as a coach, as I mentioned earlier, my understanding of what my role of a coach is obviously quite clear. But my understanding of a mentor was the more specific side. You know, someone who has walked the path and that can provide specific advice on particular things that they've experienced on that specific level. For example, I've had business mentors that have helped me out with sales and marketing, and I have gone to them to get specific advice on the things that have worked for them. And I just continued. I couldn't get this out of my head. I was a little bit blown away that I actually thought that maybe, you know, the definitions here are around the wrong way. I didn't quite know what was going on. Again, fantastic. It made me jump in the deep end and just explore this a little bit further. So I went to Google, I started looking around at different definitions for both coaching and mentoring. And the thing that helped all this land for me was just changing perspective altogether. So I love my sport and I started to visualize these different roles in a sporting context. Firstly, as a coach, for me, that was quite easy. I could visualize myself in charge of my favorite team, for example. And as a coach, like in my life coaching setting, we are working towards a really specific goal. Yes, there are various different elements in the sporting world. It's fitness, it's conditioning, it's skills, it's the culture, it's tactics. But we're applying proven strategies and frameworks that we know that we can trust and rely on as a coach. And we're working towards a specific result. As a professional sports coach, it's winning games, winning championships, with a heavy focus on the inputs rather than the external results. And that definition there is exactly what I'm doing in my coaching business. It just helped solidify this definition of what a coach is. As a life coach, I'm not necessarily deciding for my clients what those goals are, what the things that are most important are to them, but the frameworks and the structure that I implement in regards to going through that process is exactly the same. It is very specific in many ways. And that exercise of thinking about myself as a sporting coach really helps solidify that. Then I did something that I don't think I've ever done before. I'm not sure anyone has ever done before. And I imagined what a mentor from a sporting perspective would look like. And this really definitely helped me understand what the role of a mentor is in relation to Toastmasters and in general. My definition of someone who's walked the path, it landed. I wouldn't make a very good mentor in AFL. That's the sport that stood out for me, the sport I grew up with. I wouldn't make a good AFL mentor if I didn't understand the culture, the history, know everything about the rules and all the different clubs and what parts of Australia play. And, I need to have a sound understanding for any one of you guys to be my protege and to help you guys understand your way, what AFL is all about. So I think having that specificity in terms of understanding the subject matter is essential. But how would I show up as a mentor as opposed to a coach? As a mentor, I'm not guiding anyone to a specific result. I'm not trying to help them win a championship. I'm there as a guiding support to help provide that safe, non-judgmental space for them to explore what they want to get out of the sport of AFL. And that could be anything. They might go down a rabbit hole on the history side of things and try and figure out where it all stemmed from and explore the origins. And, they might decide to support local grassroots AFL. They might decide to follow the Kangaroos. I don't know, that might be one piece of encouragement that I do impart on them. But who knows? My role as a mentor would be simply to help guide them, to give them a little bit of feedback on what they're thinking, bounce ideas, and to create that safe place for them to start making progress on their own unique goals. So there we go. This exercise that I thought would be simple was actually a little bit more complex and a little bit more rewarding than what I thought it would actually be. I actually got a lot out of it. I thought it would be another one of these things that I have to do and have to tick off. But it really was a great experience. So I just want to finish off by saying that if you are still unsure about what mentoring and coaching and how it applies to Toastmasters, reach out. I am here. I'm happy to have a chat with anyone who might be interested or wanting to explore this further. I know there are many other members in our club here that are doing the same. And all the best. Embrace coaching, embrace mentoring, and use it to help yourself get the most from this experience. So thank you guys. Bye for now. So there we are. I hope you got some value from that speech. I hope it's helped you to clarify that distinction between what coaching and mentoring is. I know it certainly did exactly that for me as I went through that process. So I hope it's provided some value for you guys as well. I'd love to know what you think. If you have any comments or feedback, the best place to reach out and start a conversation is to head over to my website, paulheronlifecoaching.com. There's a few different ways there that you can make contact, but I really would love to hear from you and connect and find out your thoughts. If you are enjoying the podcast, I would be really appreciative if you could take a moment to hit that subscribe button. It really does go a long way to help promote the show and to get the show in front of a wider audience. So if you could do that small favor for me, I would really appreciate your efforts. Finally, if you've been struggling with your own productivity, I've developed a new 5-minute daily planning continuous improvement tool that might be exactly what you need to start making more meaningful progress towards your goals. There's no strings attached. All you need to do is let me know and I'll send it straight through, and you can start applying these strategies in as little as 5 minutes every day. So if this sounds interesting, just let me know and I'll shoot it straight through. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and until tomorrow, bye for now.